presenting our prototypes. We have two prototypes for launching the Yoga Ball. My prototype, it uses a launching arm and a wheel arm. So the launching arm looks something like this. So see that it's almost like a forklift with an angled lever arm that will attach to a setup of motors and some tower here. It's a rough drawing. The way this works is the robot will first back up into the Yoga Ball. So if you see, it will back up into the Yoga Ball. The two prongs on either side will go on either side of the Yoga Ball. Then the next part relies on wheel arm. So this wheel arm will be located on top of the launching arm. It will come down something like this, and it'll have a motor attached on the end, and it'll spin backwards, so it'll pull the ball into the forklift. When it's ready to launch, this wheel arm will actually retract back or flip the other way around, and this arm will it'll spin, and it'll launch the ball. Yesterday we tested launching the ball with using people power. What do you call it? I don't know. We took it and we manually flipped the launching arm, and we got it to well above 10, 11 feet, I'd say. Both launching arms actually did. So I think it is, if we use you have to make sure we use the right length of arm, otherwise it's not going to get the acceleration it needs. Some pros of this design is that the forklift, the launching arm, it's relatively narrow, so it will be able to fit within the long chassis that we built already, so we won't have to change anything. It also, some other pros, this wheel on top of it will make sure that the ball will stay in place. Also, since the name of the game is aerial assist, we will be able to pass the ball to other robots by reversing the wheel. So if it goes backwards to pull the ball into the forklift, it will spin forwards and it shoots the ball out. So that way we could point where we're passing and accurately roll along the floor. And since the other robots on the other alliance, the opposing alliance, they can't actually interfere with our ball. Anything they do, it has to be judged as an accident, otherwise you get foul points from that. So if we roll this and pass it in a straight direction, it should make it to our allies without much trouble. If they accidentally back into it, oh well, I guess. Yeah, so that's some of the pros. Another pro is that we will be using sim motor or some type of motor that is able to deliver the amount of torque we need to lift this entire arm. Because this arm, if you took your physics, you know, the force is much further away from the fulcrum. So the amount of force you need to move this entire arm is a lot greater than if we put the fulcrum here. Since we have it up here, though, if we're able to deliver enough torque, it will be able to fly pretty far. And also with the software, we can adjust how fast the motor spins, and with gearboxes and stuff, or belts and gear systems, we'll be able to adjust how much power, how much torque we want this thing to spin with. Some of the cons, it does not catch. So if you remember in the middle part of the field with the truss that goes across the field, if you launch it over, that's 10 points. If you catch it, that's another 10 points. This will not be able to catch, but theoretically it should be able to throw it over the truss. Some other cons. possible for this entire thing to flip over. If you notice, there's a lot of weight on this end of the robot. And if we fling it fast enough, then that puts a lot of stress on this area, and it could also potentially tip our robot over. Yeah, so any questions, comments? What's this thing?
How long does it take that does?
If it flips over, hopefully we'll be able to use this arm and reverse it and lower it. So if you can imagine, if this is on its side or something, this arm, take this picture and flip it like that if you can imagine that way. If this arm pushes downwards, you should be able to end up on the ground again.
And when it comes up, does that go over 5 feet?
When it comes up, it should not go over 5 feet. Our robot is really short. This, I believe this is around 6 inches. 6 inches. So that gives me, what? 54 inches to work with. So that's a little less than 4 feet. Sorry, a little less than 5 feet. Yeah, but I think if necessary, we could shorten this. This is just a prototype. I just cut it when I wanted to. So, yeah.
Can you actually show the position when you try to throw the ball? See how tall it goes, how high it goes.
That's kind of, I mean, we could, but I mean, this is a prototype. I didn't even have all the parts that I wanted to make it. You can see this entire bottom thing is like 50% duct tape, and that's all the joints. There's no real joint here. I didn't really have the right size materials that I imagine it to have. So it's possible that when we do lift up the prototype, it might be over 5 feet, but this is a prototype and we could change that. Any questions, comments?
Counterweight on the other side, or just motor?
Wait, on the other side of the robot or the arm?
The arm.
Right now there's only the motor, but yeah, I didn't think that. We could put a counterweight on it. It's not in my current design, but we could add it. All right. Now we have the second prototype design. So Thompson.
This is our design for variable assist this year. Basically, our design is a lot like Zach's in that we have a lever arm with wheel and a counter. This like claw. This will be controlled by pneumatics pistons, which will lower it on. There's going to be like nylon tubing, which is going to wheel the ball in. We're going to have nylon tubing around this part. This part does come down, and it's going to be attached to like a motor. It'll bring the ball in through the frame, and then it'll put it in this caliper arm. And then this is responsible for catching and shooting. So this part will be elevated because we do need to clear the 6-foot 10-inch goal. This ball can pass over the truss and it can catch. This is going to be controlled by a sim also, a sim motor. And these heights or these dimensions actually might vary, but then you can always accommodate. Right now, this is relatively heavy, so I don't want to decrease the weight. You just wanted to make sure that when this comes up, it's going to do the height limit, or it will make the height limit, and this might not even come all the way because the goal is up here. It's not like directly in front of it. So, yeah. How this works is, if we have the bot, it would wheel in through the lever arm, controlled by a motor. It'll bring it into this ball.
tried yesterday, and it does catch pretty well. And also, we tried catapulting it yesterday, and it reached about 10 feet high, maybe a little more. But the cons are that it's heavier than Zach's design. So, and we might make this longer, so that would get more torque in, so that would be harder for the sim motor. So we don't know if the sim motor can successfully catapult it. That's the biggest problem right now.
The design is pretty simple. It's a lot like Zach's, but then the dimensions of this arm are a lot shorter. But then this concept is very similar.
Similar to what we did 2 years ago with the basketball game, and that there's the nylon, and it would just kind of reel the ball in, and it would go through, the ball would be here, and then it would go through here into the catapult, and that would launch it.
How is it?
So there's a motor here, and it spins, and then there's nylon that goes from here to here, and then it would so it would move like that, and then the ball would come in.
Oh, this is what's on the robot right now, that frame?
Yeah.
So they have, it's like a frame like this with a roller on top, and it comes over the ball and then rolls it in. They already attached,
But it has to go through the thing?
it has to go through this frame.
And to spread out?
I don't know. They have it where it's already wide enough, it's barely wide enough to fit this,
Okay.
but still within the constraints, right?
Barely.
Barely within the
So what's actually pushing the nylon straps?
The nylon tubing is gonna.
Oh, it's around.
It wraps around the PVC, and then it will reel the ball in. It's gonna be attached to a stick. This is the arm. Yeah, you have to pick it through the back, but then the arm is gonna shoot that way. But as long as it's clear.
So it's the roller itself.
Yeah.
Which is the roller latex strap?
Just to provide grip to the ball. We didn't attach it. We didn't attach it yet.
I know.
It's gonna attach to this and then put a sit down.
So that's what's going to drive the roller?
Yeah.
The ball doesn't actually touch it.
The side, it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna go through, but there's gonna be latex tubing in the middle so we can actually get through the ball.
The ball may cause the latex tubing to just degrade. We have that problem.
Any questions?
Can you simulate the throwing?
So it's similar to that, just right here.
So try to have a fixed point, right? That's your contact, that's your axis.
It's going to be here or a little longer. And it would just bring it.
Can you actually throw the ball?
Yeah, we tried it yesterday. Yeah.
Precision, you want to go outside later to watch and throw it?
What, so this is a prototype, right? What kind of material you plan to use for the real thing? Same question for Zach.
I was planning to have mine made of like extrusion or like square tubing, or even C-channel if we have enough of it. It's gonna be metal.
We were planning on keeping it PVC because we kind of wanted to minimize weight. So we wanted us to always actually use the ball.
I only had sort of one concern. What's the bigger concern? The ball's under inflated. And it's already barely squeezing through for 23.
Yeah. I was looking for sheet metal in the workshop, but the constraints of this, right now, the dimension of this chassis does fit in the limits. It's 110 inch perimeter, and limits on both.
No, but I mean, nothing can be sticking outside of the perimeter, even if
Yeah, I know.
it's under.
I wasn't planning on using this, but basically, I was planning on having like sheet metal on the outside.
Oh, that's sheet metal.
No, yeah, because we don't have sheet metal. The wall is still going to be there. The wall, when it's fully fitted, diameter is 20 inches. So hopefully it will.
Can we go outside and test it?
Oh, we could?